everybody, it's me, Miss You, and we're going to begin our camp study by going to Google Sheets. We're going to set up our Google Sheets with the name Autonoma Camp Study and put your initials next to it. We're also going to change the first tab. We're going to name by left clicking, and we're going to talk about whatever cam you're working on is the cam we're going to keep, and whatever diameter it is, you're going to write it out. Okay, so we're going to work with a nominal diameter of 1.5 inches, and we're going to call the first underneath the column A, we're going to call it rotation. And we're going to be measuring displacement based on the rotation of the cam, and that is in degrees. Now we're going to also do the measurement, and that is in inches. Right. We're going to set up the degrees because we're starting off with 0, and that goes in the first one. And after 0, we are going to take a measurement every 15 degrees. So go equals 0 plus 15. So our first measurement is at the 0 point. The second measurement is at 15 degrees. We're going to continue this process until we get to 360. So I'm at 300, and I have a few more to do until I get to 360. Okay. I'm just going to delete starting at 375. So my Google Sheet is all ready to go. Once it's done, I'm going to be sharing with you an Autonoma in Onshape. Okay, this is the Autonoma that I will be sharing, and it looks like the ones we've been seeing. It looks like the ones we're going to be designing and building. The main difference is on the side, I have a crank that lists on the right side that tells us the degrees. As you see, it starts at 0, and we go 90, 180, 270, and back to 0 again. Okay, and that 0 is also 360 degrees. You want to start off with it at 0 degrees. In order to move the pointer, you want to select the tip and pull it down. Let me move it 1 second. And sometimes you have to zoom in to see where the tip is. Oh, I started moving it. And you want to move it as much as you could to 0. So the closer to the 15 degree point or to you get, the smoother your graph will be. Try to get it as close as possible to 0 and to every degree, 15 degrees, okay? So our cam is set up at 0 degrees. I'm going to look at it isometrically, and we want to see which one we use. It may or may not open to this page. If it does open to this page, great. It's the pear and the eccentric cam, but you might also have to look for the hexagonal and the snail cam. So you just look along the bottom for the correct assembly that we're looking for. We're going to be looking at the pear cam. I want to look inside to see where the pear cam is, and I see it's on the right-hand side. So I'm going to be focusing my efforts on measuring on the right-hand side. I also want to make sure that my nominal diameter is at 1.5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see where that part is. Okay, and I highlight it, and it tells me that it's part 16. So I'm opening it up, and it is it is a pear, and I see that the nominal diameter over here is 1.5. We're going to do 2, possibly 3 measurements with different nominal diameters. And this is my first one. Okay, so now I could go to assembly, and it will bring me to the right assembly. I'm going to look at it isometrically. I'm at 0 degrees. We already set it up, and now we are going to do the measurement. Now, the measurement, of course, looking at the ruler depends on the angle you're looking at it. If you ever looked at a measuring cup, if you look down, it looks one way. If you look up, it's another measurement. So we're going to use a tool in Onshape that is correct every time. That is the measurement tool over here. We're going to select the top of the box. Then we're going to select the top of the follower. And we get a measurement of 2.439. So I'm going to go to my spreadsheet, and for 0 degrees, I get 2.439 inches. We're now going to go back to the autonoma. I'm going to look at it isometrically. I'm going to look at the right view, and now I'm going to move it 15 degrees. I want to select the tip and move it 15 degrees. And again, you want to get as close as possible. And now I want to measure it to see what my new measurement is. The measuring feature is already selected. I just have to select the top and the top of the follower. And I get 2.439 inches. So I go to my spreadsheet and I go 2.439 inches, 2.439 inches, and I see there's been no changes. I'm now going to go back to the autonoma. I'm going to look at it on the right view, and I'm going to move it another 15 degrees. Now, I do think it's easier to move it without the measurement tool being on. So I don't know if that's true or it's just my luck. You want to zoom in to get the tip. Okay. There we go. And I could get it right to the center, and that is 30 degrees. Okay, I'm going to look at the isometric view. I'm going to select the surface. And now I'm going to select the top. Again, that gives me a parallel distance of 2.439 and 2.439. So you're going to continue doing this until you get to 360. This is the same as 0 degrees. When you're done, I have another video on how to do the analysis. All right. You're going to do it for a diameter of 1.5 and also 1.0. And if you have time, 0.5 or 2.0. Depends on the cam and what there's space for. All right. Let me know if you have any questions.